This is my custom Petzl Duo. It's all LED. It's bright. It's awesome. So the Petzl Duo is, in my opinion, one of the best headlamps that Petzl have ever made. It's been around for absolutely ages. How long have I had this now? I'm guessing at least 7 years. I'm trying to think of when I actually bought it. It's possibly longer. It could even be 9, 10 years old, but it's at least 7 years old. And it's starting to show its age. Now, I don't mean physically. This lamp is absolutely bomb-proof. Okay, maybe not actually bomb-proof, don't quote me on that one, but like I said, I've used this in the Alps, I've used this down in caves, I've used this kayaking, I've used this climbing, I've used this in probably some of the harshest environments that it's likely to see. And apart from a few little scuffs and scratches and dings, it looks, I mean, I did give it a bit of a clean before I made this video, but it looks like it could have been, you know, a couple of months old. They really are great. Now, the reason I'm making this video is that this lamp is not without its shortcomings. In spite of how good it is, like I said, it's kind of starting to show its age. Now, this lamp is the Duo 5, so here's its original internals. In the reflector, it had a fairly standard LED array and a halogen bulb. So you had two functions. You either had your flood, low light, 5 LED array on, or if you wanted something with a bit of a focus beam, you'd use your halogen bulb. Now, halogen bulbs, although they still have their uses, generally have been completely superseded by modern LEDs. LEDs are just so much more efficient, they're brighter, it's a cleaner light, they're easier to power manage, they're just far superior in every way in my opinion, and certainly for my applications. Now, Petzl quote that the lamp had a maximum output of 40 lumens, so that's just really not that bright, and that's really where this torch fell on its knees. And as a result, it kind of got shelved for a while. I mean, I bought other lamps like the RXP, which I use a lot. Now, this will still get its use in spite of the fact that I've modified this lamp because it's just so small and light and easy to pack. You can just stick it in your pocket and of your jacket and you don't really notice it that much. But again, not as bright as this. Now I've converted it, and also this is not waterproof, whereas the Duo is. I mean, this is rated down to 5 meters, which is pretty impressive, really. And like I said, I've certainly used it in the water. The reason I know this is not waterproof, other than the fact that the battery compartment isn't sealed, is because I have accidentally used this when I went out swimming one night. I was out camping by a lake and decided to go for an impromptu swim, and forgot that I still had my head torch on. And yeah, came back and had to replace the batteries, dry the unit out and deal with all that palaver, which obviously you don't need to worry about with something like the Duo. Downsides to this are obviously it's heavier, it's bulkier, but now that it's modified, this is epic. This is now a probably one of the best head torches that you can buy without having to spend kind of 300 odd pounds on Petzl's top of the range unit that they have now. This unit that I have inside here from a company called CustomDuo is absolutely brilliant, and I'll just show you a little bit more about that now. So inside the lamp we have two LEDs. They are Cree XPG3S5 LEDs, if that means anything to you. They're some of them more... oh, hang on, no. Yes, sorry, XPG3S5s. I mean, it even says it on there. You can see that. I don't know whether you can see that. Focus. There. And they are particularly good. They're pretty efficient and certainly very bright. And you can get them in two different colour options. You can have the kind of pure white light, or you can have a warm, more yellow light if you need that. The unit's really easy to fit. I did actually make a video when I installed this originally, but I deleted it because I didn't think I was going to use it. But I decided to make this video in the end after all. And so I'll basically reverse the process of the installation and show you how easy it is to fit this CustomDuo unit. So first of all, I'm going to take the batteries out. And then the CustomDuo unit, quite simply, I won't be touching any of the lenses. There we go. It simply pulls out. You've got the two little pins on the back which clip into the existing Petzl housing. So if I put that there carefully, if I grab my original LED unit, make sure to get that back in the right way, pop that in. Pop the halogen bulb in. Now, I'm using my fingers here, which is a bit of a no-no for halogen bulbs, because if you get any grease on the bulb, then it overheats and burns out really quickly. But I'm not actually going to be using this again, so I'm going to be taking this out, and I can always give it a wipe with some metal or something to clean any grease off that. Anyway, if I do decide I want to use it, pop the reflector back on, and then screw on the cover. Now, there's some silicone grease in here, so you just need to be careful of that, because I can already feel it on my fingers. But that's obviously helps with the waterproofness. So obviously, to install the CustomDuo unit, which comes in a nice little box, all wrapped up in bubble wrap, nice and secure. You literally unscrew the cover and the lens protector. Now you remove the stock reflector. That's just not needed anymore with these LEDs. Remove the halogen bulb. And when I did that originally, I did it with a bit of tissue, so I didn't get any grease on the bulb. But I'm not going to use that again. I severely doubt that. Remove the board with the original 5 LEDs on, and you'd very simply line up the pins and pop the unit back in. Now, before I actually pop that in, I just wanted to point out that this does actually have a custom heatsink on the back, so thermal management of those LEDs is seen to. You don't need to worry about the unit overheating, and you literally just pop that into place. Now, I imagine I've lost my programming now, although no, I probably haven't, because it still holds its programming when you remove the battery. So hopefully my settings that I've programmed into this unit will still function, will still work. The tricky bit is actually sticking this cover back on properly. See if I can get that to install. It's a bit of a faff getting it to sit in and getting the thread on. Hey, there we go. That can sometimes be a bit tricky. There we go. All done. Now, help if I put the batteries back in, wouldn't it? polarity right. When I turn the unit back on, hey, there we go. So to operate the unit, you use your selector on the side here, as you would normally, whereas normally this is just on or off. You now use this to select which bulbs you're using, and you can go up to change the brightness as well. It will blink to let you know what that setting actually is. There's also a power indicator on here. There's a little LED, little red power indicator on there, which will flash a certain number of times depending on how close you are to depleting the batteries. So it'll indicate and warn you and let you know how much power you've got left in your battery pack. But that's it. It's really simple. Now I'm going to put in a couple of images here that I took just of the performance of the headlamp, so you can see the flood setting, the spot setting, and the combined settings. They really are great. And I mean, this is not a product endorsement. I've bought this unit myself. This isn't something that CustomDuo have sent me, but I would heartily recommend it. This is the V5 version. There are other drop-in units that are available with either single LEDs or without the programmable board and things like that. So this particular board, this is their top of the range board, their latest version, and this retails in the UK at £70. Now I appreciate that's quite expensive, because you could go out and buy this head torch currently in retail shops such as the Cotswold Outdoors for about £80, and so it is a fairly expensive upgrade. However, if you were to go out and buy a Petzl headlamp of similar functionality, brightness and quality, you'd be looking at paying close to £300, I think. Let's have a quick look. What's their top of the range unit at the moment? We go and have a quick look. Right, so there you go. So just having a quick look on Amazon, the Petzl Ultra, which is effectively the latest and greatest from Petzl, which is probably most comparable to this, is anywhere on Amazon between £225 ranging up to £350 for the belt battery pack version. So you know, if you already have a Petzl Duo, for £80 you can get yourself a fantastic head torch. Now, would I go out and buy one of these and then spend an additional £70 on the upgrade kit from CustomDuo instead of getting a Petzl Ultra? I don't know. I've not actually owned the Ultra. I don't own the Ultra, so I couldn't really tell you if it's significantly better. However, I am just really glad that I've been able to breathe a whole new lease of life into my beloved Petzl Duo, which has served me well for many years. And well done for CustomDuo for doing that. I mean, I imagine it's a fairly small niche, so props to them for going out and designing and manufacturing and providing this for us, the end user, who ultimately benefits from having great kit like this available to us without having to go and spend hundreds of pounds on completely replacing the kit that we've already got. So props to them. And if you have any questions, stick them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And hopefully, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe for more videos like this, and see you out on the hill.